believe this woman said that to me, to my face. Okay, story time about how a woman looked me dead in my face in front of my 3 kids and said that they're gonna grow up to be hoes. And please excuse the word, okay? So I walk into a bakery. Early in the morning, I'm going to go pick up Jamaican beef patties on the north side of Chicago. Well, I might have outed the bakery at this point. If there's only one, I have no idea. Either way, I walk in, stroller, 2 kids, open the door for mommy, get the stroller in, get the other 2 kids in, it's cold, blah, blah, blah. We get into the door, right? It's always like a door situation when you have multiple kids in a stroller and all that stuff. And as I walk in, the lady says, "Ooh, you got your hands full." That's a very typical comment when you have multiple kids with you. Okay, fine. I have my hands full. Yes, they are full. Okay. I say that I'm there to pick up my order. And she's like, "You got 3 girls?" I feel like there was a tone to that. And I was like, "Yep, 3 girls." And I'm like trying to move on with my order. And she goes, "You know what they say about having girls, you know?" And then like she starts to like kiki with the person there. And I don't know if they had like a prior conversation before I walked in, but I was like, I don't know what they say about having girls. I don't know. In fact, having girls and being a girl mom has always been my dream. I just wanted to have daughters. And I thought I would only have 2. The 3rd one came as well as she was a girl as well. I was like, oh my God, literally, God gave me the answer to my prayers. I wanted to be a girl mom. And I'm a girl mom. So I've never looked at the fact that I don't have a son as anything negative. I've never. Being a girl mom is my dream come true. So the fact that she's like, I don't know. And I was just like, okay. And I just started to say my order because clearly she was just hung up on the fact that I only have daughters. And she wouldn't even like acknowledge the fact that I was here to pick up my Jamaican beef patty. So we wait for the order to be ready. And I decided to go wait in my car because I believe in evil eye, and I didn't like the way that she was like looking at my situation as if it was something bad to be in. And so, but then I had to take all 3 kids back out of the car and do the whole struggle at the door to go in and get the patties. And then now I have like no hands, and like I have to take the patties to the car anyways. So I had to go back in with the 3 kids. And she came around the corner as she was giving me my order. She was like, "Do you know what I was trying to say when I said about having daughters?" I was like, "No, I actually don't know what you were I don't know what you were talking about." This is so good. Habibi latte from Harrah's in Fairfax, Virginia. I live in Virginia. I don't live in Chicago. Anyways, she goes, "It's because when the boys have kids, they drop them off. They don't claim them. They don't do nothing. They just go about their way. But when the girls have kids, they got to be mamas. And then they give them off to you so they can go around and do whatever they want to do too. So now you done raised 3. And this is what she thinks she's whispering. My kids are right here. She's like, "Now you done raised these 3, then they gonna grow up and have kids, and then you gonna have to raise them, and they just still running around." And I'm like, mind you, my eldest daughter is now 10. This was last year because I was picking up the Jamaican beef patties for my... Anyways, I remember the event. It was 1 year ago. I had a 9-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a baby in a... You actually looked at small children and they're going to grow up to be promiscuous and have kids everywhere and not take responsibility. And the men that they have kids with are going to run out on them and leave them on you. And there's going to be multiple baby daddies. And like, why is it the first thing that you thought of when you saw my 3 kids walk into this bakery? On sight, you automatically doomed them to a future of just chaos because they're girls. You as a woman, this is a woman, you know. She's telling me that I'm gonna have to grow up, like in the future I'll be raising multiple of my own grandkids. And as soon as I realized what she was saying and the fact that my daughters can hear and they can understand, I was just like, well, not these kids. I pray for better for them. And I like gathered my kids, gathered my order, and started to get out the door. How can you... That's just wild. I can't believe this woman.
This is exactly what I was just talking about. How people just be projecting their terrible parenting skills on you. just because you was a failed mother and you probably raised these type of children doesn't mean that every child is going to be this way. Granted, I understand where she's coming from because a lot of these situations they do end up this way, but that's not the case for everybody. You talking as someone who actually wanted daughters, and this is probably someone talking to her. You know, who's the lady is probably a woman who just didn't want no damn girls. Y'all know how, like, you know, you a girl at the end of the day. You know what it's probably like to grow up with possibly a mother who don't like to have, you know, girls. It's a different type of vibe. You know, they treat their girls like shit, and then their girls grow up to be shit. No offense, but that's just how it is. You're a product of your environment. If the environment is good and nourishing and loving, then what is the odds of them becoming that woman that approached her? You know, just keep that shit to yourself is all I'm saying.
Yeah, you speak life into your kids, they will prosper. This woman at the store definitely did not speak life into anything. Not even strangers, not even customers. Because first of all, why this conversation is not professional at all. I don't even know why she felt comfortable enough to say this to this woman. But yeah, she's definitely gone around being unchecked. And I love this mother's response to what she has said to her. Because when someone has something negative, you can't fight it with something negative. You got to be positive. And I know it had her wondering, like, wow. Because that response was powerful. Prayer is definitely going to do it. That lady needed some prayer at that moment. Because she had nothing but negativity to give out.
But at the end of the day, shout out to this mom. I like how you handled that. We love how you handled that. If you guys are interested in following her for more updates or just, you know, want to have a conversation with her or whatever the case, whatever you want to do, check out the description box below and you will see her name credited. You can follow her on her TikTok account. Again, thank you all for watching this story time today. We will see you in the next one.